All right, hello students. Today we're moving on with lesson 3, the relationship, of multiplication and addition. So today we're going to talk about how these two items are related. So let's go ahead and look at the opening exercise. It says write two different expressions that can be depicted by the tape diagram shown. One expression should include addition, while the other should include multiplication. So let's go ahead and look at kind of what we have here. Of course, if we look at this, we should notice, hopefully, that this is, and they're in groups of 3, all right? There's 3 here, there's 3 here, and there's 3 here. So 3 groups of 3. So one way we could do this is just by simple addition, right? We add 3 plus the 3 grouped here plus the other 3 that are over here. So this is one expression that could be represented by this tape diagram. This is, of course, using the addition model. The other expression that could be used using multiplication is the fact that I have 3 groups, right? Because I have 3 equal groups. There's 1, 2, 3 groups. Being multiplied by how many are in each group? There's 1, 2, 3 in each group. So 3 groups of 3. So there you go. There's our second expression. So one, using addition, I'm just simply adding each group together. The second, what we learned hopefully in elementary school, is that these are groups of 3. So I have 3 groups of 3, so I just simply multiplication. All right, so let's go and look at one more together. So let's go ahead and look at this one. This one I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 8 boxes here. So that'd be 8. Here I'm going to assume I have 8, but let's check just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yep, I have 8 boxes here. So, of course, we could just simply add these two sets of boxes together. There's 8 here and 8 there. So we add. This is one expression using addition. The other one is, well, how many groups do I have? I have 2 groups, 2 groupings, and there's 8 in each group. So therefore, this would be a multiplication expression. So there you go. That's kind of what we're doing. That's kind of what they were asking us to do. There's one more. See, I'd like you to go ahead and stop the video or pause it. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Come back and I'll show you what the response should be. All right, so welcome back. Hopefully you tried this on your own. So hopefully you notice here there are 5 boxes here, 5 boxes here, and 5 boxes here. So the first thing you could do is just simply add all these together. Okay, use the addition. Next, there's 3 groupings, 1, 2, 3 groupings. And of course there are 5 in each grouping, so our other expression is 3 times 5. So once again, these are expressions. Notice I didn't solve them. I didn't put equal 15 or equal 16 or equal 9. I just simply wrote the expressions. I did not evaluate them or find the value. So I just kind of did what they asked us to do. All right, so go ahead and stop the video. Go and move on to the next one. All right, hello students. Let's go ahead and move on to some exercises now. So here it says, write an addition sentence that describes the model and a multiplication sentence that describes the model. Well, when you see the word sentence, most people think we have to write words. Well, when it says an addition sentence, this is called an expression or multiplication sentence. This is also an expression. These are mathematical sentences. So if we look at this, there's 1, 2, 3 groups of 5. So remember, one sentence is I have 5 plus 5 plus 5. So that's one mathematical sentence that I could write. That's using addition. The other one, of course, is I have 3 groups of 5. So 3 times 5. So these are the 2 sentences they asked us to write. These are mathematical sentences because it says addition sentence and multiplication sentence. If it just says write a sentence describing the model, well, then you'd actually have to use the words. But since it says addition sentence, this is an addition sentence. Multiplication sentence, we have this right here, 3 groups of 5. All right, so let's go and kind of move on to some more examples. I'm going to do a couple of these with you, and then I'm going to have you do a couple on your own and go over the answers. But this is kind of taking what we've learned and kind of switching them back and forth. So if we look at this, it says write an equivalent expression to demonstrate the relationship of multiplication and addition. So what they're saying is if they give you addition, they want you to write it as a multiplication problem. If they give you multiplication, they want you to write it as an addition problem. So let's go ahead and kind of go over the first one together. So this is 6 plus 6, well, since there's an addition here, they want us to write it as a multiplication problem. Well, since I have 2 6's, this is 2 times 6. So I took the addition sentence and I wrote it as a multiplication sentence. All right, so same thing down here. If I went 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 3. Well, this is really multiplication. I'm multiplying 6 times 3 because I have 6 groups of 3. That's a bad multiplication symbol. Let's try to clean that up a little bit. Sorry, I can't. I gotta redo that. I don't like the way that looks. So let's go erase it, and let's go ahead and try and make it a little bit better. There we go. All right, so now let's go ahead and try another one. So go ahead and pause the video, go and try this one on your own, and then come back and I'll show you what the answer should be. All right, so hopefully you tried C. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4s. So you have 5 groupings. So since they're groupings of 4, we multiply by 4. So there we go. Now on these ones where they have multiplication, now we want to kind of switch them back to an addition problem. So this says 6 groups of 2. Remember, this is not 2 groups of 6. This is different than this. This says 6 groups of 2. So therefore, we want to see 6 groupings of 2. So 2 plus 2 plus 2. There's 3. We need 3 more. Plus 2. Plus 2. And was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Means I need 1 more. So there you go. There's 6 groupings of 2. And of course, hopefully you notice or see the difference between A and D. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to pause the video. I want you to go over these on your own. You should be able to take care of hopefully these. I want you to try these two using the variables and see what you come up with. So go and pause the video, give them a try, come back, and I'll go over the answers with you. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you went over these. Remember, this is 4 groupings of 6, so hopefully you have 6 plus 6 plus 6, and then 1 more plus 6, so 4 6s. This is 3 groupings of 9, so hopefully you went 9 plus 9 plus 9, excuse me. Excuse me. For G down here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 H's, it looks like. So you could have used the X, but since we're talking about variables, we usually write them right next to each other. Remember, this means 5 times H. We talked about this earlier this year. This is 5 times H. And so, of course, this one, they're already next to each other. This means 6 times Y. So on this one, hopefully you wrote Y 6 times with the addition signs between them. Y plus Y plus Y. 2 more. Plus Y and plus Y. All right, there you go. Those are the answers you should have hopefully came up with. If you did not come up with those, please make sure you change them. If you want to know why your answer is incorrect, please raise your hand. I'll come over and discuss it with you. All right, otherwise, go and stop the video. Go and move on to the next one. All right, hello students. Kind of the last type of examples we're going to go over if we have multiple numbers or variables that we have to deal with. I'm going to write an expression, an equivalent expression, to demonstrate the relationship between addition and multiplication. So now we're going to take kind of what's in common and kind of group them together using multiplication, but still combine them using addition. So let's kind of go over an example and kind of hopefully see what I'm talking about. So here you notice here we have 6's here. And we have 4's, and of course they are combined here by an addition sign. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So just like we talked about before, we're kind of looking at this as kind of 2 different problems. If we look at the first part, there's 4 groups of 6's. So this would be 4 times 6. And this over here, there's 3 groups of 4. There's 3 times 4, so 3 groups of 4. Well, these two still have to be connected somehow. This is not 63. We have to connect them. Well, this addition sign right here connects these 2 multiplication problems together. So remember, this is 4 groups of 6, and this is 3 groups of 4, but they're still all being connected by addition. We wouldn't change this addition sign to multiplication. because these groups are being added to these groups. These groups of 6 are being added to these groups of 4. So that wouldn't change. That's kind of something that you have to look for, or be on the lookout for. So let's kind of do one more together using variables. I'm going to have you try this one on your own. So if we look at B, so this is why I kind of underline. These are the same. These are there's 3 groups of D. So 3 times D. If we look over here, these are W's. They're all the same. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of W. And like I said, we wouldn't multiply these together. These are being connected or combined by addition. So we go ahead and use our addition symbol. Okay, this is one thing that can be a little tricky if you don't kind of take the time and kind of think about what multiplication represents. Remember, multiplication represents adding the same value over and over again. So this is adding D's, and these are adding W's. These are different values. Same thing with the 6s and 4s. All right, so I want you to pause the video. I want you to try C on your own. Give it a try and see if you come up with the proper answer. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you gave this a try on your own. Let's go ahead and look at this. So here I have 2 groups of A, so hopefully you have 2A. I like to write kind of each of them individually and then just put the addition signs between them. So this is 3 groups of B. Of course, you can do it as you go. Like I said, I could just simply go, okay, these are different, so I add them. And then our last group, I'm going to add the last group to it. So you could just simply kind of go through it like that if you want to. That's fine. And of course, this is 4 groups of C. So once again, I'm adding together the different groupings, but I'm multiplying the same values, or the same variables in this case as well. All right, so I just want to go over that real quick. Now you should be able to take care of your assignment for the day. So go ahead and stop the video and go ahead and move on to your assignment.